7.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
The best ideas are free with Ben Young from Bwaggy.com.
Yeah, normally inspiring us on a Monday, but seeing it's the end of the long weekend, we probably need some get up and go to get into this Tuesday. It's always hard after a long weekend. Either way, it's going to be hard. But Ben Young is with us. G'day, Ben.
Good morning. It's always hard.
It is always hard, especially
after a long weekend.
Yeah, yeah. We're going to talk exporting and getting some people motivated into getting into the sphere of exporting.
Yeah. So, our continual frustration with most of our economic issues are around exporting, and I was looking at all this conversation around the Hobbit, and how much of an impact it actually has. And if you kind of look at our economy, it being worth roughly about $100 billion, it's slightly more than that.
Yeah.
The actual impact of the Hobbit is actually significant. It's almost, I think it's about maybe 0.4% of our GDP. So to put that into perspective, that's a couple of $100 of your income if you earn about 50 grand, let's say.
Right.
So it is actually quite a significant impact on New Zealand.
Yeah.
And so I was,
that's a few coffees.
Yeah, it's a few coffees. That's probably a coffee budget for the savvy city dweller.
Yeah.
So I just thought, what are some things that everyday Kiwis could be doing to help stimulate some exporting? And it doesn't have to be massive. If we're all just exporting a few $1,000s a year, that would actually make quite a big impact on the country as a whole.
I got one. So have a trade me that's able to sell stuff overseas, right?
Yeah.
Sell your bric-a-brac
back
to China.
Are the Chinese buying?
Don't know.
Maybe. They are buying honey, though.
Are they?
So that's what I want to talk about. Like, there's plenty of online services. Like, one is called Shopify.com. That's shopify.com. And they allow you to quickly set up your own online store.
Yeah.
And what you could do is you could sell New Zealand stuff, sell some honey or some local produce or some local craft, sell some design products. Or what you can do is they've got a system that allows you to drop ship products. So you can actually sell other people's products offshore to other people, like sell from the US to the US and bring the profit back to New Zealand.
Cool.
So that's a nice little way. So that's Shopify.com. It's really simple, really easy. Exporting is GST exempt. So, that's a bit of a bonus. Are there a few other things? What you could do is, if you already work in a service-based company, because New Zealand is really good at tourism already, there's always room for improvement, and we're good with our agricultural exports, and there are already people working on that. What we're not so strong in is exporting our services. So if you work in a service-based company, look at how you maybe could potentially provide a virtual model, acquiring some clients and servicing them over the internet. There's plenty of online services.
Do you think that is the key for us going forward, is not so much selling products but selling services?
Well, the thing is, with products, we have to lean on innovation.
Yeah.
Because that's where the difference is, and that's in the creativity and the thinking. Commodity-based products, we're not going to win that war.
No.
China can always out-manufacture us.
Yeah.
And with services, again, Kiwis are well known for the creativity and creative problem solving. So I definitely think there's a huge gap for selling that to the world. At Young and Shan, we've picked up a couple of international clients, and so we use services like GoToMeeting and Skype, and of course email and online document sharing to help them build their digital marketing strategy.
Yeah.
And
it means you don't have to be in the same room, do you?
Yeah. But also, because New Zealand is such a small and competitive place, that means our cost structures are actually really low, so that when we go offshore, we can actually deliver tremendous value compared to local offerings. And Derek Handley of the Hyper Factory, who sold the other half of the business a couple of months back, he was talking about when they went to the States, they were showing their mobile marketing proposal to a client, and the client said, well, I'm sorry, but my budget's only $100,000.
Only?
Yeah. In New Zealand, the market rate for that was about $30,000.
Okay, wow.
So, with conversion rates, you're hugely ahead.
Yeah, big difference.
And so we do have a real cost and creative advantage. Recently, the creative sector in New Zealand was ranked, I think, number 9 in the world, based on the amount of creative awards we've won this year. So, we can really lean on those and make up for the fact that we're not local through these other benefits.
Yeah.
Also with the US, we can wake up early in the morning, first thing in the morning, talk to them, work through the night, and deliver it to them by the time they wake up. So that's a real benefit for them.
Yeah, and also, and just being by virtue on the other side of the world, being able to do stuff while other people are asleep.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference.
And whilst it's not popular in New Zealand to offshore and outsource so much, it is in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So they're quite comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite a compelling pitch.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, get out there and start exporting this week.
Come on.
Want to see some results by next week.
Yeah. Send us your results.
bwagy.com for more Ben Young, and also on Twitter as well. We'll see you next week.
Cool.